Yeah, I think it would be in Iceland's interest to be a member of the European Union, even though Iceland is a small state, because as a member of the European Union, you find that small states have more relevance, gain more relevance. For example, they sit around the same table as the bigger member states to discuss issues and to decide on issues which would have an impact on Iceland in any case. So it is always better to discuss together with other states what is of possible concern and try to seek to find a solution. In our case, in Malta's case, we found that with the association relationship that we had, in your case you have the European Economic Association, with the association relationship we had, many of the decisions were being taken in Brussels and they had a bearing on us, they affected us, and we had no say whatsoever in them. Whereas with membership, we were sitting around the same table as the larger member states, as all the other member states, to discuss those issues, to also help to change them in a way whereby whereby Malta would derive the best possible advantage of them, and at the same time whereby any negative impacts would not come about. And yes, and that helped very much so that the European Union's laws and regulations would be more acceptable and easier to implement in Malta than if you have to do that from the outside. So I think that the same thing would apply to Iceland. Iceland would, as a member, be a full participant in the decision-taking process of the European Union. If one takes the example of fisheries, for example, Iceland is very strong in fisheries. It represents catches which are, I think, equivalent to what the whole European Union catches, and therefore Iceland would be a key player in fisheries. It would, as a member of the European Union, be able to also help develop the common fisheries policy in a way whereby the fisheries policy in Iceland has been developing. And as a key player, it would then obviously be in a position also to derive certain advantages out of that position. So I think that if Iceland plays its cards smartly, it could actually derive big advantages from being a member of the European Union in the field of fisheries.